What's up guys, SLOTH here, and today we're talking about Sea of Thieves. I haven't talked about the updates in a while, and that's because I felt there really wasn't too much going on in the game anymore. But now we have the first big upcoming update. And maybe with this update there will be a little bit more going on in the game. We'll discuss that towards the end of this video. Let's first go through the announcements, because now we actually have official announcements for features coming in this update. So we have the Hungering Deep being the upcoming update. And the first text I'll just read out here. Something stirs in the deep. Join the hunt while you can. The Hungering Deep is here, the first of Sea of Thieves free content updates. A range of permanent new game features are rising from the depth, including a special time-limited campaign. Coming May 29th, unfortunately I'm not there on that day, follow the trail of riddles and rumors to piece together what happened to Mary Merrick, the proud owner of a pair of matching peg legs. Along the way, discover new features like the drum, ship's flags, speaking trumpet for shouting at other pirates, and selectable tattoos and scars for looking good while shouting at other pirates. These items will remain in-game, but the campaign is only around for a limited time, so join the hunt now to experience the Hungering Deep in full and earn exclusive rewards that only those who unravel Merrick's tale can enjoy. Perhaps a new arrival in your nearest tavern can set you on the trail. Then, new arrivals on the Sea of Thieves. Rumors of something old, vast and hungry are surfacing throughout the Sea of Thieves. Keep your ears on the ground in the taverns, as a group of adventure seekers calling themselves the Bilgewads have already heard a few juicy morsels about something stirring below the waves. Dare you seek out the truth? And even more text about that. Follow the trail of riddles and rumors. The Sea of Thieves changes as often as the tides, so don't miss out. Join this time-limited adventure that leads from the outpost taverns to lonely forgotten isles, piecing together the tale of Merrick the Bard and his brush with hungering horror. Those who can find him and untangle his groggy recollection of events can join the hunt for his nemesis and reap the rewards. And that's where we get to the actual features, and you can already see the first one here. The Hungering Deep adds these permanent new features to the ongoing Sea of Thieves experience. New threat. Such a monstrous peril won't be easily vanquished. The risk of encountering it out at sea will live on. Now, they make it very secretive, but all things considered, and the picture that we'll see a little bit further down below, it's very, 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 very likely that we will see the Megalodon, which is a giant shark, basically. It will definitely not be mermaids based on all the pictures we've seen. And I already think that's kind of unfortunate in this context, as they say this threat is time limited. It's one big threat, and well, it can be summoned, I know that much, but I don't know how it will really do that much for the game. But let's move on to the other features first and then talk about that more. Drums. On the Sea of Thieves, it pays to bang your own drum. Pirate percussionists can let loose with this new instrument and play shanties with a bit more impact. On this, we can already say that we know from the trailer that the big new threat will be summoned with drums as well. So I guess you'll have to play them with the other pirates in order to summon the Megalodon, which is also kind of indicated by the logo on the drum here, by the way. Speaking trumpets. All that drumming drowning out your orders. Use the new speaker trumpet to be heard at a distance and find other crews on the same voyage. So this will probably be used in the same context, because we know that Megalodon, or the threat, will be hard to deal with on your own without help from others. So we're going to use a speaker trumpet to talk to other crews and organize yourself in that way. Flags. Discover a new way to signal your intentions to other crews, forge new friendships, or find new foes. We'll get into flags in a bit. And tattoos and scars. The Hungering Deep expands the vanity chest. Choose your tattoos and scars to tell your own pirate story. I think it's pretty cool. So, we have the drum as a new instrument, so that can obviously be played for the other shanties as well, but you can also just play with drums. Good. Nice addition. We have the speaking trumpet, which was kind of, expected. This one looks really cool, different from the ones we've seen in previous art. I like the style of this one. probably a quest-based one that will also be just available temporarily. Then we have tattoos and scars, and there will be more on that a little bit further down, so you can choose them yourself, which I really like. A little more customization. And we have the flags. Now, they say that you can signal your attentions to other crews this way, but I don't really know if somebody has any of the faction flags, basically. I don't know what tells me, or what I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, if somebody had like a merchant flag, okay, you're a merchant, or whatever. So it could be possible that's like, whatever, through the Reddit or something, some kind of code for the flags developed so people know, or maybe that people with the same flag will be less likely to attack each other. But in all honesty, with them being like way on top of the ship anyways, I'm not so sure if this will change anything. And I am not sure about the white flag here either, because I'm not sure how different it will look from the default flag anyways, and if you can tell them apart. And that would be like the peace flag otherwise. And I'm not going to assume that everyone sailing around with a white flag is looking to not fight, because a lot of people will have white flags if they don't have another flag cosmetic yet, unless they're for free, but I don't think so. And then we have the new figurehead, which, well, if you look at it, it kind of looks like a shark head shape-wise. You got the teeth here and everything, so yeah, it kind of, while it's still blacked out, we kind of know where this is going. And the tattoos we got here, once again, tell a similar story. Toothsome new trappings. Alongside these new features, the Hungering Deep offers time-limited campaign items such as the Hungering Tattoo Set and some special scars perfect for those born survivors out there. Pirates are off the menu. Join the adventure to unlock a special figurehead, sails and hulls, plus a unique drum variant and speaking trumpet. Give your game a little more bite. I don't think I can open this window. Nope, unfortunately not, because otherwise you could actually see the figurehead here again. It's a shark. We can see the same shark that's like blacked out up there. It's literally a shark. And obviously you have the matching sails as well, which look pretty cool. Black sails, and you can see the little flags up top here, very, very small, the black flags along with that. I think the whole ship customization looks really cool. The entirely black ship and everything. I'm kind of wondering if like this is something you get for completing a quest, or if you have to complete the quest and then also have to collect the gold within the time frame to get everything, which in my opinion would be annoying, because I don't think that farming in Sea of Thieves is fun enough right now to grind out multiple hulls and sails. And if we have to grind out the quest and then have to grind out the hulls and sails before the time runs out, that's a downside for me personally. And then we also have this image here, which kind of shows us a little bit more of that threat. Once again, the Sea of Thieves ebbs and flows constantly, bringing new events and new adventures and new rewards. Want to stay on the crest of the wave? Share a grog with the bilge rats, rumor sniffers, and thrill seekers extraordinaire. The first step is easy. Take part in the challenge of the Hungering Deep and don't end up with two shoes too many, like poor old Merrick. That's everything we have here. But I'm going to go back here a little bit because I want to discuss a little bit more about this whole event. So the threat in itself comes with a time-limited quest. Now, I'm not sure if the threat stays. I'm not sure if the Megalodon stays in the game afterwards. I think he probably does, but the story or whatever around him isn't there anymore. And that's so weird to me. We finally have a feature that makes the world a little bit more lively, gives it some story. And instead of making that permanent, instead of making that a thing that people can experience whenever they come into the game, this feature becomes temporary. And what we're left with is some new cosmetics, a new instrument, and the speaking trumpet, basically. It's just visual customization for the most part. And I really don't understand the time limitation here. I absolutely understand that the weekly events, which are planned for every patch after this, basically, are announced to be time limited. So in that context, that makes sense. It's a weekly event. It's something minor, short, whatever. But I don't understand why this event has to be time limited. The game is lacking content as is. So if you add content, then why restrict that in any way? Why not make it available to everyone so people have more of a reason to play the game and stick around and different things to do as well? And even if you can only do the quest or whatever on it once, then at least new players can experience it at any point. I really don't see the incentive in this being temporary. And I have an idea why this was done. I imagine this is something to do with wanting to get the players back into the game instead of them having come back a year later and to experience everything then. So they want to have people back in the game right now because it's very obvious people are leaving the game. And in order to do that, they make it time limited. So everyone's like, okay, we have to play now if we want to get this thing or whatever, this cosmetics. And I think it will work to a degree, but it will also lead to people leaving quicker again instead of actually keeping them there and making the whole game experience better. I still think that sirens or mermaids would have been a better threat because they can be implemented all around the world much easier. You could just spawn them randomly in the water like sharks and they could just be something you fight against. Doesn't seem to be the case now. So I really hope they reconsider the time limited part of it or only make very few select aspects of a time limited and really just give us more overall. We need more customizations as much as we need more content, and we don't need that to be restricted already when the game is still pretty empty. That's my take on it. Obviously, opinions will differ, but based on that, I also will see how my content for Sea of Thieves develops. I like the game a lot, and I think it's a great game to play, and I would like to revisit it from time to time, even if I don't play it as frequently as I expected to. But I would not like to have to play it at a certain point to do certain things. And with that, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this was interesting and insightful. If you're new to the channel, feel free to stop by there with the bell. It really helps me out. Other than that, see you for the next one tomorrow. Duke Sloth, out.